Hi, guys, and welcome back to the Lilani Grace podcast. Today, my guest, I'm very excited about because she lives in Mexico, 6 months on, 6 months off, and just got back not too long ago. And I'm pretty sure that's the level of freedom we all want in our lives. So welcome, Jordyn. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Lilani. It's lovely to be here. I'm actually really grateful that you invited me on today.
Oh, yay. I'm so excited. So obviously we want to talk a little bit about Mexico, but first let's talk about how you got into doing this online business in the first place.
Well, I joined my first network marketing business when I was 18.
Oh, wow.
Just after my 18th birthday, my mom was in a company. It was like a supplements, beauty, skincare, that kind of thing. And as soon as I turned 18, I joined with her and partnered with
Awesome.
her. I went to my first business conference in Vegas at 18, like a
Oh,
month after I turned
wow.
18. So it was, it's been a part of me for as long as I can remember. I remember when I started that, I hadn't even graduated high school yet. I hadn't even finished. I finished in June and I was at that conference in the April of that year. And so I have been in it for a really long time, in and
No
out.
kidding.
And then I went and I worked as a server and a bartender throughout my years, my 20s. And I also went back to university and studied petroleum production accounting, which is just basically volumetric accounting for oil and gas, which was something I never used. I just took the course as a way, like a way to get into oil and gas. I needed a piece of paper
Okay.
to get my foot in the door. That's what I wanted. And living in Calgary, it made sense that seemed to be where you go to make
Yeah.
money and
Oil
to
and gas, oil and gas. Everyone's in it.
precisely. Yeah, so I always had something on the side, whether it was network marketing or I started a health coaching business in
Nice.
2016 and I built up a whole clientele in that. I actually have one of my clients from 2016, one of my first clients just finished with me this past year. We just finished
Wow.
working together. It was lovely. So I had a lot of long-term, incredible people that I worked with over the years while working in oil and gas. And then
Nice.
I built that coaching business up. Eventually, I left oil and gas because I felt like I had hit a ceiling there. They weren't going to let me go any further unless I went back to school again. And I was
Hmm.
like, this is ridiculous. So I just went and built my coaching business up big enough. And this opportunity to join this business and this community kind of just showed up in a moment of me trying to decide if I still wanted to coach. Honestly, I
Okay.
was at this point where I was like, do I go and work for someone else as a coach? Because I love coaching, but I was so tired of being a one-woman show. It's
Oh,
so
no
much work.
kidding. Yeah. You're on 24/7 for your clients.
Yeah, and for finding clients and for putting out content and for having
Yeah.
sales conversations and it's like an ever evolving door, which is great because it means
Mm-hmm.
that your clients come, they get what they need and they move on
Yeah.
for a lot of them, right? You want that turnover, but it means you're a good coach, right? But at the same time, it was a lot of work and I was burning out massively.
No
And
kidding.
so this opportunity just kind of flashed across to my Instagram. An
Mm-hmm.
old high school friend, as it usually happens, was sharing about this new opportunity. It was high ticket, which is something I'd not really dabbled in a network marketing, high ticket sales, like partnering with a company. I'd done high ticket myself, but I had not partnered with a company that had a high ticket product.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I thought it was a cool idea. And I loved the compensation model idea. And I
Yes.
loved the idea of working with a team and bringing in all my favorite people that I love to work with and would love to partner with and being able to partner with them. That was incredibly inspiring
Hmm.
for me. And that was ultimately what led me to being a part of this now.
Yeah. So when you first joined in and realized how much support and like team building there was, that must have been a huge relief for you.
Yeah, it was. And it was even like the support and the team, like I was so excited about that. But even more than that, I was really excited to like build my team of people. Like
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to, and I did bring in a lot of my most favorite people in this entrepreneurial space, like some of my most favorite clients and friends and my mom and,
Nice.
all these people that I would have loved to work with in any capacity. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
come, now we can work together. Now we can do this together. We can actually partner together and be able to build this together. So, I mean, getting the support from everything above and around was exciting, but I was more excited to be able for what I could create here, you know?
Yeah, you're very much a natural leader, so I can see why you'd want to like build out your own team and just like create that for yourself for sure.
hmm Yeah, it just, and I was excited to be able to invite people in who had kind of like, because through the years of being in and out of network marketing, there's so many people who have lost faith in the
Yeah.
idea of it. Like they love the concept, but a lot of those lower ticket companies basically are locking you in by giving you a discount as a
Mm-hmm.
distributor to be a permanent customer with the promise and the idea that you could make a lot of money, but you have to go out and hustle your tail off
No
every
kidding.
single month to try
Mm-hmm.
and keep what you've built. And it's a brilliant business model for the company, but not so much for the distributor
Yeah.
because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of oomph every single month to be able to make that work long term. And I was excited to be able to share all of the possibility of what is available here, not just with the high ticket commissions, but also with the fact that you don't have to restart every month.
Yes, that's huge.
It's crazy. And being in network marketing and seeing like the struggle of people, and people don't have that kind of oomph all the time.
No
They
kidding.
don't. We're physical,
We need a break
seasonal humans.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if we take a break and we lose it all, then what kind of business model is that? That's awful.
Yeah. Well, then people just quit, right? Because
hmm
they don't want to try to get back into it because they know the hustle and grind that they had to put into it in the first place. So realistically, network marketing in general just needed a facelift. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's honestly like network marketing on legal drugs, like,
Yes, it's true.
right?
Yeah.
So on steroids, we'll say.
Yeah.
It's all the good stuff about network marketing in one business. And the only downside is that trying to keep people motivated to believe in themselves, and like it's definitely a personal journey. And that's
Oh,
probably
for
the
sure.
most difficult part of being a leader in the space is trying to
Hmm.
keep people inspired,
Yeah.
even when they have made money,
Yeah.
even when they have come in and maybe had success right out the gate. Keeping people motivated is hard in anything. And that's
Yeah.
probably the downside. You have to be prepared to be a leader. That's
Hmm.
basically what it is when you come in, right?
Yeah. And I mean, all businesses have ebbs and flows. It's not going to be up here all the time. Like you're going to have your lower months, but the thing about this is that you don't have to start over at the end of the month. So it's a little bit easier to come into a fresh new month and be like, okay, I have the opportunity to kill it this month, despite what
Yeah,
last month was.
absolutely. And that's like the cool thing is like, even if I took a 6 month break, right? At this point where I am in a business, just for some food for thought for anybody with the level that I'm at, which it didn't take very long for me to get to. I was at this level within the first 60 days of being in the business. So you can get there
Wow.
quickly if you want to. And if I took 6 months off and took a break for whatever reason, and I came back and I started, repping the product again, and I sold one of the packages that we have, let's say the lowest ticket package, I would immediately be making over $2,000 from the very first person that comes in. From the very first person that comes in. I don't have
That's
to work my way up
insane.
to that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, because once you reach a rank, you're there. So even if you decide to go off and do whatever, you come back, you're not starting from the bottom again, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like it's what I would say a company does when they're not greedy.
Yes. Yes. So true. Yeah. A lot of network marketing companies are definitely greedy. I mean, they always like make it look really good for the top 1% of the company, like taking them on trips and doing all this and that and whatever. But like our company doesn't really do like the big fancy trips like other company does. They just put the money in our pocket, which honestly, well, then we can go on our own trips.
Yeah, and they're like with your family and with people that you care about, and Yeah, and even those events, like I've been on cruises and events like that, and they're lovely because they promote community and they make
Hmm.
everybody feel included and feel
Yeah.
everybody feel empowered and inspired, and that's amazing. But it's also just like another rah, like let's light another fire under these people's butts to get them to
Yeah.
do more for us, which is
Got to keep them
amazing.
motivated.
Yeah. So I think that when I came into this, I didn't really know how impressed, how lovely it was going to actually be, like how incredible what I was signing up for was. I just knew
Yeah.
that I could make a lot more money with one sale than I could with one sale elsewhere, and I didn't have to do it by myself anymore, which I
Hmm.
was like, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. So you've taken this opportunity to go and spend 6 months at a time in Mexico. What's
Yeah.
that like working from another part of the world?
Well, honestly, I have told people when they ask me, like, how has it been? It's like, well, my life hasn't really changed that much, except for that it's warm and sunny every single day because I still live the same. But I've been living a remote work, my own business life for the last 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So I have, like, I genuinely believe that every single person should have the level of, I call it F off money, where you can
Yes.
just say F off to someone and go, or you can F off. You know what I mean? And so having that kind of situation is amazing. But if you can't have that, you should have an opportunity to make money while you're going on your way to do those things. So
Hmm.
like building online in general, like this opportunity is incredible. It's probably the best and easiest way you're ever going to make money online, honestly. And I can say that being someone who has done coaching businesses, digital marketing, like 4 different network marketing companies and done really well in those companies. Like for me to, I've experienced all of those things. And this is like, if you're trying to pick one, I would look at it at least and really think about it from that lens.
Hmm.
But like just working online in general, having remote income, having income where you get to decide where you are and what your life is like and when you're working and when you're picking up your kids from school or when you're going to the gym or when you're, getting on, we have a Harley, so getting on the bike and going for a ride, like
Nice.
being able to live dynamically is a freedom that the American dream or 9 to 5 lifestyle does not promote or allow at all, like at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. The American dream needs to be updated.
Right? I think it is becoming that way, but people
Yeah.
need a bridge, right? From being able to from working 9 to 5 to being able to live that way. And that
Hmm.
bridge is building something side hustle style until you can make it your main hustle, or you can at least replace your income and then build from there. But in terms of answering your question, like my life was not when we were in Mexico, I would wake up in the morning, we would have coffee often on our rooftop patio in the sun. We would take the dog for a walk. Then I would sit down and do some work. Then we would go to the gym in the middle of the day. And then I would come back and do some more work when Jeff went to, he's a musician, a professional musician.
Okay.
So he would go and gig with his band, like doing shows and stuff. So
Hmm.
that was my day then. And before, my day was all of those things just in a different order because he worked during the day. So it was like it was a shuffle of schedule. But outside
Hmm.
of like how my life was, on our days off, we go to the beach. On weekends, I go watch him play in his shows in a tropical beach bar,
Nice.
or somewhere in downtown Puerto Vallarta, or, like all of these incredible places. So the scenery changed, but my life didn't change very much. And I think that that's kind of incredible to be able
Yeah.
to
No
say that,
kidding.
right? Like even just to have, wouldn't it be lovely that you could just pick up and move your life and be wherever you want to be at any time, right? And same thing goes, we're back in Canada. We've been back in Canada for a month today, literally. Like today we came home and we took 2 weeks to drive home. So I took 2 weeks fully off of everything. And we took 2 weeks to drive home. We went to the Grand Canyon. We went to the Redwood Forest. We went to Vegas. We went to Reno. We went to
Nice.
like all of these amazing places. Then we come back and it's just slide right back into life as it was, but just
Hmm.
with a different schedule, a schedule shuffle. And I can do that because it's my own business.
Yeah. It's amazing having that kind of autonomy over your life for sure. Do you find that you have any struggles working from Mexico? Like, was there
Mm.
any challenges you had to overcome working remotely?
No, not really. I got Starlink before I went, so that made my connection super strong. We were renting a 1 bedroom penthouse. It's a tri-level building, so we're the top floor, oversized 1-bedroom, beautiful condo with a rooftop patio. So I would say, this is going to sound ridiculous, but one of the hardest things for me was the fact that it's nice and sunny every day. You get like this FOMO of needing to be outside. Like you're like, I feel like I should be outside. So it's really hard to work for like the first like month until you realize, okay, no, but if I'm working now, it'll still be nice later. It'll still
Yeah.
be nice tomorrow. Like I don't have to like try and like, because here in like the Okanagan, for example, we have beautiful summers, but we so often have beautiful summers and it's nice till like 2 o'clock, then all clouds roll in and it's like not as nice anymore. So you feel like as soon as it's sunny, you should be outside making the most
Yes.
of it, you know? So that was like actually like a genuine struggle. Another struggle that I had that was actually really surprising, but it shouldn't be, is that when we got there, I kind of crashed. Like I
Mm.
had like a nervous system crash because 2 years ago, I sat down, I was teaching in my coaching community about limitless manifestation and what you would do in your limitless life. Like if you could pick a version of a limitless life, what would that look like? And I wrote down this like day in the life, and Jeff was playing music full time, which before he was not, by the way. He's a automotive service manager before that. So like when we were here, but he's been a musician for 25 years. And so he did it on the side before. But my dream, I wrote it down with my community, like with my clients. We were working through this process. And mine was, we wake up where the sun shines every day, somewhere like Mexico or Vegas or Phoenix or something like that. It's hot every day. Jeff plays music full time. I'm making a ridiculous amount of money online, and our life is like I played out the whole day in the life. And that was 2 years ago. And this is before we had any inkling of him being invited to play in Mexico. So I wrote that down in October. In November, we went for dinner with our friend who is the lead singer of a band from Puerto Vallarta. We
Oh,
were out
wow.
for dinner. We were all going to a concert together in Kelowna. It was just going to be a night out. And he's like, my guitar player is taking a break for a year. I want you to be my guitar player. Literally inviting us to Mexico
Awesome.
like a month later. And we kind of like
Wow.
brushed it off. We're like, yeah, sure. Sounds great. And then in April, the following year, he's like, here's the list of songs. Are you coming?
Wow.
And it was like, okay. So April comes. Then in June, I sign up with this opportunity and we decide we're going to sell our house, renovate it and sell it so that we don't have to worry about tenants or renting
Mm.
or any of the stress of that. And we'll figure out where we're going to be when we're done Mexico.
Wow.
Like, are we going to be 1 year, 2 years, 5 years? We don't know. So we're going to do this back and forth thing for as long as it goes, but we don't want to worry about tenants or things like that in the meantime. So we decided, okay, we're going to do renovations so that we could list our house. We did renovations in 60 days while Jeff's trying to learn 250 songs while I just
Oh
started this
my
business
gosh.
that went from me and my mom to 100 people in 60 days in
Oh
my
my
team. It was like,
gosh.
so, and then
Wow.
we sell our house in September. It closes on September 28th and we leave to drive with our stuff, like a car full of stuff and our dog, to Mexico on October 20th. So that's like 6 months of chaos. And we get there and I was immediately sick. It was like
Oh
as soon
yeah,
as we
no
got there,
kidding.
I was like, my whole system crashed. It was wild. It
Yeah,
was wild. So
I can totally
acclimating,
relate.
yeah, yeah. Acclimating was not hard to being there, but getting my body to be okay after like doing all of that stuff all at once, it was, I'm very fortunate that I just got sick for like 3.5 weeks, and that was all that it was, because lots of people have much worse crashes than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of struggles, I would say those would probably be the main things. It's like when you're quantum leaping, as you could call it, because that's really what it was. It's like one timeline where we're living in Savannah, BC, which is a 700-person town, in a mobile home trailer on a third of an acre. Like we had this beautiful property and
Hmm.
everything, and to Jeff now working as a professional musician full time in Mexico. We sold our house. Everything. It's a massive shift
Hmm.
that you almost have to really focus on grounding yourself throughout the whole process. Otherwise, you'll crash.
Yep.
And I learned that very
I'm getting
deeply.
over my crash right now. You can tell I'm still a little bit raspy, but it's been the last 2.5 weeks. I've just been like so sick because so much has changed in my life in the last couple of months.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
What
I
has
don't
changed for you?
PEMF. I've been in chronic pain for the last 4.5 years, almost 5 years, and I had tried PEMF in the past, but this machine has gotten rid of like 99% of my pain, and I've gone from being stuck in bed, not able to walk, to now rock climbing, biking, hiking, doing all the things. And I kind of did it all at once, and so then my body's just like, "Phew." It's like, okay, we need to chill a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, like that. It's like all these things that we pray for and hope for and dream about. You have to like make sure, like we can't forget that our body needs nurturing throughout the process. And like nurturing for the body
Yeah,
is just getting grounded and present and being still and pausing and
yeah.
taking a breath, right? Like sometimes it's okay to move a little bit slower so that your
Mm-hmm.
body can acclimate, or just prepare yourself for the crash and know that it's coming and be okay with it,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. It's when your life is changing so much and you want to do all the things at once, it's hard to hold yourself back.
And
But it's
sometimes
okay
the
because
things
I'm
you
almost
pray
done.
for, they just come in all at once, and
Yep. Yep.
that's okay too. It's just
Mhm.
knowing that when your body starts to show you, okay, this is too much, that you actually listen and let it
Mhm.
rest and heal so that when you come back, you're more you have more capacity than you did before.
Yeah, and it's nice now that my resting and healing isn't me being stuck in bed for a week or a month at a time. It's, okay, let's maybe not work out today because you need to rest. Like it's a whole different level, and I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, you totally quantum shifted. Like you
Yeah.
went from one timeline where you're experiencing this reality and decided no more, and you shifted into another one, and it happened like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And plus, like, I'm on disability and now I'm making an income online and I'm trying to like make that shift happen too. And then like I've been doing DoorDash for the last 4.5 years because that's been the one thing that's been flexible enough for me to like be done when I'm in pain and make my own schedule and stuff until I found the online thing. And so I've now made enough money that I'm taking July off and I'm almost ready to take August off as well and not do any DoorDash and just like give 100% to the business. So yeah, it's a lot happening all at once,
So
but
exciting.
it's amazing. It's answered prayer for sure.
Amazing. I love
Mhm.
that you're not shying away from it either. 'Cause sometimes
No.
we start to get what we want and we start to panic. And we're like, whoa, let's pump the brakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this is too much. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I'm giving it 100% and maybe I should give it 90.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'm learning. I'm learning as I go. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, your plan is to go back to Mexico in another 6 months?
Yeah, we're going back in October for one more season for sure.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, it really just depends on the band. Like our Mexico
Yeah.
ventures at this point depend on what Jeff's doing
Mhm.
professionally, like musically. He's with a great band. They are phenomenal and
Amazing.
he's clicked with them really well. So it's been a beautiful experience watching him be able to do his dream, and be able to follow that. Like I've always said, I have like 18 million different dreams. Like I could be happy in
Yeah.
1800 different versions of my life, Like we could be in Mexico, we could be in Calgary, we could be in Europe, we could be, living in a mansion, we could be living in a mobile home, we could be living in a RV. Like I'm good. I could live 7,000 lives and be perfectly happy.
Mm.
So it's cool to be able to just like partner with somebody who has dreams and that are of a particular fashion, of a particular flavor. And when
Yeah.
they start to come true, we can just go and I can just, because of what I do and how it's done, and with it being completely virtual, we can just go wherever he wants to go.
Literally, the world is your oyster.
Total surrender. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do you have plans to do other traveling in the future?
Well, I'm actually going to Europe next week
Oh, awesome.
with the business. We're
Yeah.
going and there's like a big sales and network marketing event with sales trainers that are exceptional. I'm really
Mhm.
excited about that in London.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, and not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So we're leaving on Wednesday next week, my mom and I, again
Nice.
on another adventure to another business related conference, which is also really cool to be able to
That's
do
so
that.
fun.
Yeah. And then we are going from there to Portugal and spending 5 days, 6 days in Portugal, going to a retreat, and then just spending a couple days in Lisbon. So I've never
Nice.
been over the ocean like that, like in
Yeah.
Europe or anything. So I'm excited. And I also have a couple of my coaching clients that are over there that I actually get to meet in
Oh,
person
nice.
when we're there too. So it's double
That's
whammy.
fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to traveling too. I've already been to this is just small beans, but it's where I'm starting. I've already been to the coast once this year, and I'm actually headed to the island next Monday with my mom. Gonna spend some time with my sister there and actually meeting my newest business partner that I have not met in person yet. And yeah, a couple other people. And then I have another trip planned to the island this summer. And so for me already that's 3 trips planned for a year, even though they're not big and crazy or anything. But to go from last year not being able to go anywhere because I was in so much pain to now having 3 trips planned, I'm just like, this is so cool. This is the beginning. Next, it's like the world.
Amazing. I
Yeah.
love that. And I love
Yeah.
how grateful you are for every step forward that you get to take,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how you're actually going to be able to get the most out of the whole journey, right?
Oh, absolutely.
People get caught up in the destination of where they should be or where they think they should be. But you have so many blessings happening every single day. And for you to live in that, like to actually live in it, not just let it pass you by while your body is going through it,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to be grateful after living through hell.
Yeah. I think that's part of why we are made to live through hell.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. It gives you a story, it gives you a testimony, it gives you reasons to be grateful afterwards, for sure.
Contrast.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, some of the Instagrams I've put out lately, it's like me crying in pain and then me rock climbing, me crying in pain and then me out adventuring. And it's just like, wow, I can't believe that was my life even just 4 or 5 months ago. It's just wild.
It's amazing.
Well, I think that wraps up everything I wanted to chat with you about. Thank you again so much for joining me. Where can
Absolutely.
people find you online?
Well, right now it's just Facebook. That's all I've got. And I have a
Yeah.
website as well. It's makemoveswithjc.com.
Okay, perfect. I'll have that in the show notes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if anyone wants to reach out to either Jordyn or I to talk about business, feel free to reach out and we're happy to answer any of your questions. Bye, guys.
Bye.